I had worked with these clients before on a couple of their previous homes, and when they were looking to buy a new one, we took a look through this house together because they weren't sure if they wanted a new build. They love character in their homes, so we took a look to see if we could really make it something that didn't feel like a new builder home. When you're dealing with a classic white kitchen, you can't really justify ripping it out, and these were really beautiful cabinets, but we just wanted it to have a little bit more oomph to it. And so the first thing that needed to be changed was the countertops. They had a granite countertop, but we were looking to lighten and brighten. So we brought in a brand new Caesar stone color called Frosty Carina, and it's made to look like marble. I think it really does. I really love it. It's quite bright and light, and it looks like natural stone. The next thing that you can change quite easily when you move into any home, not just a new home, is the backsplash. And I always say it's a great place to give personality, and we always look for something new. This particular glass backsplash has a very new motif to it, that modern Moroccan feel, and it's glass and it's very reflective. It's a larger scale, which I actually really like because a lot of times mosaics tend to be quite small and busy. And it's modern and classic at the same time. This kitchen already had pretty good lighting, lots of recessed pot lights and overall task lighting, but what it really needed was a central focal point fixture above this island. The island is quite large, so we decided to bring in a really big lantern, and I've always loved this fixture in particular because it is a take on a classic, but it's very modern with the white candlesticks and the black frame, very crisp in a white kitchen like this. This is what we typically refer to as a great room. It's a kitchen, it's eat-in, and it's a family room all in one. The problem with this space before was that the previous owners had it set up so that the eating area was near the stairs, and there's really nothing inspiring eating your breakfast beside your staircase. So we decided to bring the breakfast area to the back, where it should naturally be, in my opinion. We built in a banquette. One challenge when you're building a banquette is to introduce fabric. With little kids, you want it to be wipeable. So we found this faux leather. It looks like ostrich, and it's a perfect modern touch. And we thought we would look for old vintage windows, something leaded. And we found these great ones at the door store, and we're just building classic white built-ins around it. They look like they have a lot of personality, a lot less expensive than if we were to build those custom. You often hear people talking about expanding your space by using mirrors. This would be a really great example of how that works. A great big space above the banquette where we could have done art, but I think reflecting the windows is much more effective. Part of our challenge in rearranging the way the room was set up and moving the seating was that we had this fireplace and we didn't want to move it. So in order to make it still make sense, but no longer be a focal point, we decided to build in this entire wall in the family room. So we designed this built-in to incorporate the fireplace, a large television, and some nice display for family photos and collectibles. And then at the end, it was the perfect space to incorporate a little family office. A lot of things are hidden behind these great pocket doors, so you don't have to see it on a daily basis, but just open it up and everything you need is there. Luckily, these clients are not afraid to take risks, and they allowed us to paint the built-in in what would be seen as an unconventional color. It's a dark, rich charcoal. A lot of people would paint it white. I think this is much more effective. It's modern, it's warm and cozy, but for such a large wall of built-ins, it's really effective. The space is still long and narrow, and it's a challenge to furnish. I think a lot of people would want to put a really large ottoman in here just to fill it up, but we opted for 2 seating areas, an ottoman for the sofa to put your feet up on, and then a separate ottoman for the chairs. Obvious way to bring in personality is through pattern and color, and we didn't shy away from pattern here. We have it on the drapes and on the cushions and on the area rug, and they work together because they're all of similar scale, but they don't fight with one another. I think a lesson to take away from this home is that you can elevate a space quite easily through things like built-ins, color, materials, and just changing the way it's laid out. So don't feel stuck in a layout that you're given when you first move in. Try to rearrange things and bring out the best parts of that space and make it work for you and your family.